Hello everyone, Digfig here and welcome. In this Borderlands 3 item overview, we are going to be going over the Freeman, a legendary heavy weapon. Now this red text here says, the right man in the wrong place can make all the difference in the world. Now what is this an actual reference to? It's a reference to Half-Life. The G-Man says this in the opening sequence of Half-Life 2. The gun name is also a reference to Half-Life. Just the whole gun basically seems to be in the way it operates as a gun from Half-Life and Half-Life 2. So everyone is pretty considered that this is just a Half-Life 2 reference gun, which is pretty cool. Now what does this actually do for this weapon? Well, this thing shoots rockets that are tracked on by where your cursor's aiming. They're like laser guided. Wherever you're pointing, they go to, and if you move your mouse, they follow it. They don't do like full U-turns all the time, so you gotta be careful about that. Especially if you miss your target, you're just gonna have rockets flying off in the distance, which is kind of funny. But that is the special effect of this gun. Now as for the way it looks, I mean, it's pretty crazy looking. I've looked at a few of these different types like this, and they all look relatively the same, but this one's got this cool like teal and pink camo on it. It's like a revolver thing here, but a lot of this is RNG, so I'm not going to go too far in it. But overall, I think it looks pretty cool, and I like the way these things mount onto your arm. It's really just unique. Now for my personal thoughts and overview on this thing, but first I'm going to get this thing out from underneath my mouse and just look at the sky while I do it. It does okay damage, but you guys can see how it just tracks your shots, and it's really cool like that, but it's kind of gimmicky. The damage is acceptable, and you can kill things on Mayhem 3 with it. It just doesn't have the damage. Oh, it has damage. You can kill things on Mayhem 3 flat out with this thing, but the ammo count is kind of low on it, and there's a few better rocket launchers that are a lot better at dealing with like swarms of mobs in this game, where you really don't typically use a rocket launcher for like single target damage in this game, which is really weird to say. But that's just how they turned out to be, like the Hive and the Lob, where you could like delete this entire spawn with one shot. It just seems way better than doing this one rocket at a time. But like if you rapid fire this thing at a big mob in Mayhem 3, it actually just wrecks them. I do have a video of Mayhem 3 gameplay linked below in the comments and the descriptions. The reload is quite long, but that's very typical for a rocket launcher. Let's see if we can get some rapid fire up in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hit that guy with some, maybe hit that guy. So if you can like rapidly swap targets and stuff, it is pretty fun to use like that. There are definitely rocket launchers with way worse ammo consumption and way worse reload speeds. So all things considered, this thing is quite fun to use and acceptable, especially if you're just leveling. If you're really pushing Mayhem 3 or 4 content when that comes out, I really wouldn't recommend this. If you guys have a build that you really like this thing on, or some spec where you think this is a better than using, say, the Hive or the Lob or something like that, I would love to know what your reasoning is and like what builds you use or what you exactly use this thing for. I mean, that was a pretty big hit, but I know a lot of this damage is coming from the overkill of this. There's 144k. But overall, I think there's much better rocket launchers out there. This would definitely be near the top though. I can't think of a better. Well, that's not true, because the Lob, and there's a few of them that are really good at single target damage. But I was saying this thing is respectable for single target DPS, but it's not amazing. And it's just, again, I'm doing this whole willy-nilly thing where it's like, yeah, it's okay, but it's not like amazing, and that's just really what it is. We'll go with the upper tier, but not like in the top tier game breaking or meta. I would say it's slightly below that. So I'm going to stop rambling about absolute nothingness here and just say it's fun to use, it's entertaining, it's different, it's a cool little gun. It's definitely better than way more of the rocket launchers in this game than everything else, but they're still just way better. Now, if you're actually looking to get one of these things for yourself, it is a targetable drop, and it is dropped by the Warden, and you can find him on Eden 6 in the Anvil all the way at the very end. He's the boss for this zone in this big old room here. You drop down here. He's in there, so you kind of have to run through all of this for the first time, but once you get back there, it's not too bad. There's a respawn right there, and you can just farm them until you get it. I really do appreciate you all stopping by and checking out the channel. The support means a whole lot, and if you like this video, appearing above me and around me over here, there should be a bunch of other videos just like this one. And if you like some of those, think about liking, subscribing, commenting, hitting the notification bell, and watching all my content front to back, top analytics, and just being an awesome member of the community overall, guys. And I will see you in the next video. Digfig out! Yeah. Oh, I want to yawn. Oh, what was I doing again? Fuck it. Careful. Don't shoot homing rockets up in the air with a laser and then point it at your feet.